Hey everyone, since I have not made any builds for some of the weapons I made combat guides for in the beginning, I thought I should present some builds for them. Let's just begin with the halberd. The build I have for you today is probably one of the first builds I ever really came up with. Its purpose is to be able to adapt very fast to any combat situation, while being agreeable to travel and explore with. I also made sure I liked the aesthetic, and I definitely think this is one of my best looking builds. The idea is to respect a specific color scheme around the duty halberd. So I went for something around the gold, red, white colors to fit the weapon the most. I really went for the heroic vibe, as duty really is a weapon fit for a true hero. Let's go over the gear first. Of course I use duty. The halberd is very powerful as it has the ability to inflict holy blaze on its own, as it also inflicts burning. It is probably one of my favorite weapon designs in the entire game. For the armor, I use the elite hood for some stamina cost reduction, enchanted with Aegis for the added protection. I use the elite plate chest and boots enchanted with War Master for even more protection and the bonus physical damage. These armor pieces fit real well with the general color scheme. As we also need a backpack, I went for the Weaver's backpack. As for the rest of the used items, it looks insanely good with the rest of the outfit. Now the last thing I use is the vampiric bow. As the purpose of this build is to adapt to the combat situation, I think the vampiric bow offers a lot in this regard. It allows you to get some health and max health back when you are caught in sticky situations, while being at a safe distance because you're using a bow. Both of the weapons are enchanted with whiplash for more physical damage. Let's first look at the skill trees and then the skills. I go with Cabal Hermit for the increased power of booms, Warrior Monk for Counter Strike and Perfect Strike, and then Mercenary, just to be able to run around, which helps a lot to survive in complex situations again. It both helps take some distance to use the Vampiric Bow to get some health back, but it also helps with a reduced stamina regeneration from duty. Let's now go over the skills so you get a grasp of how this build plays. I go with Brace as always, because it's just way too strong in melee. Then I use Strafing Run for my bow, as it allows for some good lifesteal on the many arrows shot. The Counter Strike for a second parry, Moonswipe for its insane damage, and its ability to apply burning and holy blaze pretty fast. Then Perfect Strike for some more damage and mobility. Then Splitter for some finisher damage and fancy moves. And then I put Duty and my Vampiric Bow in the quick slots to swap fast between my weapons. I would advise going for the Heroic Kingdom questline, as we do lots of different damage types, though mostly physical, and the damage bonus of the main questline applies to all of them. As for the tent, I really recommend using the Luxury Tent, as you really need some stamina. As all the unique weapons of Caldera, Duty is a weapon that has a unique passive that is, in fact, a negative. It reduces your stamina regeneration, so stamina is really an important thing. Do not hesitate to switch to your bow when you are just running around, so you don't get the passive of Duty applied when you try to get some stamina back. Keep in mind that though this build is very strong, it is not completely optimized, as its looks are as important as its power. You might lack a little bit of impact and might need some talent to actually use this build, as it's mostly centered around its damage and not impact. That will be all for this video. I hope you will have some fun with this build. It is probably one of my favorites, so I am glad I was able to share it with you. If you enjoyed this video, do not hesitate to subscribe, as more outward content is coming. I'll leave you with some gameplay. Bye.